I'm not, I've been with a company. I just want to let you know, this is not what I do. This is for the new people. This is not what I do. I got involved in this project by accident. Okay, I had a friend that kept telling me about the water, bugging me for months, man. Who wants to see water, And then I went to the meeting so this girl would stop bugging me. That's a true story. I was trying to not get rid of her, that sounds bad. She's just a good friend of mine, So I said, if I go to the meeting, she'll stop bugging me. That's how I went to the meeting. And then I saw this whole thing, what you're about to see, all right, which didn't, prior to this, I ran a company here in Irvine with my partner, Dr. Lee. That's what I did for a decade. Prior to that, I ran a company in Newport Beach. I didn't run it. Dr. Cooper ran it, but I still chaired the board. So that's what I did. When I went into this, it was to do a friend a favor. And then I saw the machine. What happened with me was I didn't pay attention to the meeting, but I brought some of the water back home with me. The water helped my partner, Dr. Lee. You should see what it did for Bob. It helped his wife. It helped it helped my Dr. Wong, George, what it did for him. Wow, unbelievable. But when I gave the water to my mom and it helped her, that was it. I'll buy it. I don't care what it is, because it helped my mom. That's the reason I bought the machine. That's the reason I got interested in it, okay? That's not why I got in the business, okay? I got in the business because of the money. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that and it's being videoed, but that's the truth. I didn't come in for it was the money that got, I had a friend named Bob Gridelli. He's going to be coming in here. And I've known Bobby a long time, probably longer than anybody in this room except for Dr. Dave and maybe Tony. Those are the two. I've known him a long time. And Bobby's never made money. He makes 40, 50, 60, 70,000 a year, but he doesn't make money. Okay? Just survival money. He made $300,000 in this business in his first 8 months. That got my attention. That's not what brought me in. That's a lot of money, cool. But what brought me in was another friend who was making a lot more than that. Okay, much more than that. And that's how I got into this business. So I just want you to know. By the way, see, when I looked at this unit, and I thought this was a water filter. Because they kept saying, right? Anybody here? I thought it was, it's a machine that takes chlorine. It makes it like Evian. I didn't know that when you push a button there, it makes water that cleans 99% of all bacteria in about 30 seconds. Salmonella, E. coli, staph, mold. You won't believe what it does for rashes and eczema and what the water does. Okay? I didn't know that when you press another button, it makes beauty water. The stuff you buy at Nordstrom's and Macy's, right? 5.5. It's phenomenal for your skin. I didn't know that when you press another button, it produces water that will out-clean every cleaner in your house combined. Did you hear that? What's the dirtiest thing in the kitchen? The top of the oven, right? This water right here, one of these, I don't know which one she has, will out-clean your 409, your Ajax, your Mr. Clean. You can throw in Mrs. Clean. I'll clean her too. Unbelievable. From the machine. It takes regular water from the city, does something in it. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. It does some mumbo jumbo. You can read about it. And it produces water that people are losing weight. Water that's phenomenal for athletes. All you have to do is Google athletes on Kangen water. Google it. Now, after this meeting, who's the first picture you see? Tom Brady. You won't believe every athlete, Pacquiao, I don't care who it is, Mayweather, they're all using the water. When I saw this, I thought, am I the only one in the world that doesn't know about this water? I didn't know that it was great for retired people. I didn't know that, oh, by the way, you can't use this brochure, okay? for the distributors, the compliance. This is about, what is this about? This is, huh? Autism? Yeah, autism. You can't. I didn't know that the water is great for plants. You won't believe what it does for pets. If you love your pet, give them this water, I'm telling you. It is unbelievable. I didn't know that it was for restaurants. I thought that thing was a water filter. So if you're thinking that, I think you probably just got shocked right now on what this unit does. So pay attention to this. But I got involved because of the money that it produces. Now, this meeting is for entrepreneurs. The normal meeting that they do, first of all, they don't start like that. And it's, this one is designed for entrepreneurs, basically. That's what this meeting is designed for. Direct sales, modern-day entrepreneurs, marketing executives, okay, online business people. But mainly this word right here, it's designed for these people. Okay, this is not designed for jobs, 9-to-5 thing. This is designed for people who want to get ahead. Okay, who want to go outside of the box, right? You know, it's for entrepreneurs. And they're always looking for a good project, right? They're always looking. People that are go-getters are always looking for that one opportunity, the right one, okay? What if this is the right one you've been searching for? And I'm using this because this is going to be used all over and watched. If you're watching this on film or live, what if this is the one? What if this is the project that changes the direction of your life? Okay, what if it's the program that solidifies your future? You won't believe how many success stories Enagic is creating. All right? Check this out thoroughly. That's all I'm saying. You won't waste your time. Okay? By the way, successful people always check things out, just so you know. Let me give you some facts as we move forward. Here you go. If you follow somebody in the United States from the age of 18 to retirement, you'll find 90% of them at that retirement area will be dead or dead broke. Less than 5% will be considered well off. Less than 1% wealthy. And we're talking United States, by the way. This is not Ethiopia. Okay? Richest country in the world. Look at the current stats. Unbelievable. And some people are going to rely on this guy right here. That's what they make today. This is right now. That's what what do you do with this? I mean, wow. So you have, you know, you got to pay attention. Hold on. Back up, back up. Average household income. That's in California. Okay, those are all stats. Check this one out. Of the ones that are working in the United States, 33% are satisfied, 1 out of 3. Okay, it's cool. 50% stress, 50% dislike, 50% hate their work, 41% worried. Look at this. And I don't have to do this because I'm sure CNN, Channel 4, Channel 5 report all of this. Over 70 million people are looking for opportunities. Now remember, this meeting is called Career Day for Entrepreneurs. Okay? Here's the main reason people are not doing financially better. You can Google that all. That's where I get it from. Here's the top 3 reasons people don't have money in the bank. I mean, I heard what people had. I was listening to it. It's crazy. All right? And those are the people that are most in trouble. They're called millennials and Gen Z. Because they're like, no problem. It's a problem when you get there, okay? But what if you're a millennial or a Gen Z like Balaz or Darren and Mike or Gio or Colton, and any of these people who came into this program are earning double, triple, 6-figure income at the age of under 30, right? Because I do classes for entrepreneurs. We show people not only to make money, but how to keep money. I show people how to get money out of the way. Because in your life, It's behind every stress, every problem, every heart attack, every bankruptcy, every divorce, it's behind everything. Money. Get it out of the way. And the way you do that is you look for something that makes more than what you can spend. Number one. If you're just even, it's not going to work. So in order to separate yourself, you have to explore new directions. And when you find it, listen to the ones that are doing it. I'm watching this room fill up right now. You won't believe how many people in this room that started here flat broke that are earning six-figure, double, triple, quadruple, six figures that are in the room right now. We're going to be showing them, okay? But you got to listen to those people, all right? Question, what are your goals for the next 5 years? Most answer is, huh? When you ask people that, the 9 out of 10 will go, huh? They don't. Do you have a vehicle that can get you there? Doesn't matter if you want to go to the moon, if that's your goal. If you don't have a rocket, you ain't getting there. Same thing here. Do you have a vehicle? Do you have a plan of action to drive that vehicle? You can't just get into a Ferrari and start going, okay? There's the ingredients for success. You got to have a goal. You have to have a vehicle, plan, and train. You got to have the training. Wow. Here's the internal ingredients for success. You got to have ambition. You got to want it. When I came into this program, I saw somebody earning some huge money, and I said, that's what I want. I can do that. If I just did 10% of what he did, I'll be making 10, 20, 30,000 a month. Just 10%. I can do 10% of that. So that's how I got into the business, okay? Here's the reason people don't start businesses. And by the way, this is what this is about. Getting on your own, okay? You know? And if you don't know what today is about, go watch Shark Tank a couple times. So you know what this is about. Reason to consider. Wages make you a living, profits make you a fortune. Right? Jim Rohn. Linear income, you have to work hours. Leveraged income, you're not working and money's coming in. Right? Rich dad, poor dad. Okay? For me, I like this the best. Number 4. Number 4. I like that. I like doing what I want, going where I want. You know, we were at like when we go to lunch sometimes, and the people behind that are serving us say, oh, wow, are you guys on your lunch break? I go, that freaks me out, you know. Like one of my friends go, wow, you know, what time do you wake up in the morning? What time do you have to get up in the morning? That's a weird question. When I'm done sleeping. I mean, I don't know. Is there any other answer? Right? So those questions are weird to me. So, but anyway, freedom of time. That's the most important of all. And especially if you're with a family. Wow. Time, then you can't replace it. Time is your most valuable commodity. Most valuable. So why don't people start their own business? Number 1, fear of failure. You can Google this, by the way. That's what will come up. The risk, the security of a job, selling, you know, self-doubt. Inadequate resources. They don't have the money. They don't have the credit. They don't have the pieces to start a business, right? No exposure to being an entrepreneur. They've always been on a job. They were taught to be in a job, and they've always been in a job. They don't view starting a business, you know, okay? They've already made a lifestyle choice, right? I'm going to work till this, get my Social Security, and that's it, okay? And the right opportunity, if the right thing comes along, it doesn't matter on the other ones. You're going to jump at it, especially if you have passion for it, belief for it, and you see potential for yourself, and you believe in the timing. If you have these, doesn't matter on the other, none of the other factors come up, okay? That's what today is all about. We're going to show it to you. And we're showing it to you in the best format we know how, okay? When you check out a business, you need to check out those 5 things. Don't just jump in because somebody said, hey, this is great. Or you see a product and it's phenomenal and you jump in. Don't jump in the pool. You need to have all those pieces in place. I mean, you could have a great product, but what if your timing is wrong? Hey, cassettes were a great product, weren't they? VHS, phenomenal. Your timing is wrong today, right? What if the company doesn't have the money? You know how many companies in the direct sales industry goes out of business? 999 out of every 1,000 that start. 999 will fail, which means you're building your house on very, very shaky ground. There's going to be an earthquake coming. So we're going to check all these 5 out, and you decide whether this is something for you. And I'm going to give you the facts. I'm not going to doctor up anything. I'm not going to make anything better than what it is. Okay, I'm going to tell you, as a matter of fact, I'm going to go below it. All right? Here's the company, Enagic. It's a 50-year-old privately held company. When I first saw this, I thought it was a water filter company. I didn't know that they had offices all over the globe. You know, I mean, when you hear about this company, it is unbelievable. They have offices everywhere. They're in Europe, they're in Asia, they're everywhere, man. It's really weird. You know, and it was weird because I didn't know this company. I had no clue about them. Okay? They're huge. Oops, sorry. Let me back up, forward. Okay? They're an original equipment manufacturer. If you don't know what that means they do everything themselves. They don't sub out anything. Even the box that thing comes from, they own. They're big. It's a huge company. Their factory is in Osaka. They're in 23 countries with 40 locations like this. There's 40 of them all around for support systems. And that does not include the thousands of satellite branches out there. Factories in Osaka, right there. Okay, some of the people that went to Okinawa saw it. I mean, they were wearing masks before COVID. It's huge. It's a big, 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 big place. Global offices, Italy. Who's been to the office in Italy? Okay, I know you have, Gio. India, Dubai. Anybody been to Dubai office? Yeah? John? Wow. Tokyo, Canada. Here, Mary Jane just did a meeting in the Philippines. California, you're in it right now. Singapore, Russia, Mexico, Mongolia. They're everywhere. That's the company you want. Okay? They're E8 PA facilities. This is a group that Mr. Oshiro started that supports all the leaders. If they want to do a meeting in one of the places, if they want to stay at one of the places. Is that crazy or what? You won't believe how beautiful they are. We do meetings in the Torrance location. Their facilities. Wow. Enagic bowling alley. Do you see what that says? This is not a water filter company, by the way. They own golf courses around the world. Who does that? Here, this is the most recent one in San Diego, where they did an open down there at the East Clay Country Club. Anybody been to the San Diego one? Yeah, it's really nice. Okay, this is the company. Look at all the golf carts with E on it, the Enagic sign. So this is the company that you're looking at. This is not a normal company, okay? They support all the elderly in Japan, all their youth programs. They support all the kids, all the youth programs they have. They own a minor baseball team. That's where Ohtani came from, Shohei from the Dodgers. from the minor league. They own, look at the cap. It says E, E, E. That's why Mr. Oshiro isn't here today, by the way. It's because the team happens, they made it to the semis. Wow. They won it back in 2012. They won it already, but they're also in the championship. So, big company. Newly opened Enagic Sports High School in Okinawa, accredited by the Japanese ministry. They own a high school. Look at that. Documents, everything. I don't know any of them. Here, this one, I know that one, ISO, because they're very strict. This one, I was in the room. They're the only company that has the gold seal for their product. Right there. Okay? Solid, rock solid 50-year infrastructure. Some people ask me, how do you think? Because I'm a consultant. I'm not the top earner for the company. There's a lot of people that earn a lot more than, you know. I do good. But some of the guys, whoo-hoo, okay? I'm not a top-ranked person. There's dozens of people above me. But I do, you know, I'm one of his top advisors. I sit on the board. I'm in the producers meeting, all right? And when people ask me today, how long do you think the company will last? Let me give you my answer, and I'll back this up. They'll be here when you are dead. When everybody in this room is gone, they'll still be here. Here, let me ask you a question. Do you think Ford Motors will be here when we're all gone? Yep. Yes or no? Yes. Do you think State Farm will be here when we're all gone? Yes. Do you think Tesla will be here when we're all gone? How about Chevrolet? How about Toyota? How about Honda? They're going to be here when we're all gone. They're past that mark. And that's important because you're building on solid ground. They will last long. They'll give you all the swings you want until you hit. This is their anniversary in Okinawa that just happened. Was anybody there in this room? Raise up your hand. Wow. They flexed their muscles there. 7,000 people. 7,000. By the way, that wasn't all distributors. You have to remember. There was about 4,000 distributors. The rest of them are people connected or work for Enagic. Wow. Because they have their farms, they have their stuff there. They have a lot of employees. You won't even believe it. But this is their anniversary in Okinawa. 7,000 people. There's Romy. I put his picture there. He's the reason I came into the business. Because of his check. He was freaking me out, man. He makes more than top athletes make, baseball, and he'll make it forever, okay? And they're currently investing millions of dollars into the future. So as far as the company, rock solid, global, and it's an original equipment manufacturer, and the most important, I didn't put it up there, privately held. Very important. Why? Because the money flows to the distributors instead of the shareholders. Okay, so because I consult for different companies, and it's different. Private and public is completely different. Okay, now we're going to talk about their products. Let me give you their products. Okay. One, it's not a water filter, and the person that's going to be showing this to you is the best presenter, in my opinion, in Enagic. She's like, phew. Okay, I'll give you, she'll give you her background. She's a nurse, so I'm sure there's nurses in here. She never knew how to do this business, but look at her today. She's in the Philippines, she's in Japan, she's in Australia, she's in Europe. She brings her grandkids. She goes to Disneyland, not the one here in Anaheim, okay? She goes all over the world while earning money. She used to be a nurse, and that is not even close, okay? She's very amazing. Her name is Mary Jane Cruz. Let's give her a round of applause. Hey, Mary Jane, I got you this, see? You're amazing. Okay? It's from I got it from Starbucks. It doesn't have anything. I just thought you're amazing. That's nothing. So I just think you're amazing. Okay, Mary Jane, come on, let's go. Let's give another round of applause.
Thank you, Daniel. Hi guys, good morning. For some reason, I've been doing this for the last 12 years and I'm still nervous. But anyway, well, just like I said, this is not what I do before. I'm a nurse for 17 years here in the US. About 12 years ago, I met a doctor. His name is Dr. Lee. Okay, he's a space rocket scientist from MIT. We go to the same church. I go to Saddleback Church. I'm an usher there for the last 16 years. And I believe Enagic is the answer for my prayers for many, many years. It came to my life in the right time, the right place, with the right people. I'm not doing any medical claim here, but just like Enagic said, no medical claim. What I'm going to show you is my personal testimony on the water. When Enagic came to my life, that is my last option. So I will be forever, ever, ever grateful with Dr. Lee. I know he's not around, but I know he can see me. I know he's proud of me because I told him that I will continue this business to show people, to help other people, to improve their health. So let me show you this product. I believe this is why it helped me, okay? So for the new people, I'm just gonna tell you the water that this machine produces is not a miracle water. It will not heal you. It will not cure you. But what it does, it will put your body into proper frame to heal itself because of all these special benefits of this water. Okay. Enagic produces water ionizer that help our body to flush out all the toxin because our health comes from our gut. If your gut is not clean, you're not going to be healthy. Okay? So that's why we have this water ionizer. We also have the Anespa. How many of you have the Anespa? All right, okay. Anespa is the water that produces the right pH for our skin because our skin has the biggest organ. So when you shower with tap water, you know what you have in your tap water, right? Chemicals. After 5-10 minutes on that shower, everything goes into your pores, okay? And what do you think gets damaged when everything goes to your pores? Your liver. Okay, so we also produce this 𝐒𝐭𝐫. How many of you take 𝐒𝐭𝐫? Okay, 𝐒𝐭𝐫 is a turmeric supplement that helps your liver, your heart, and your brain. Okay, it has an effect of a blood thinner. So if you're taking any blood thinner, please do not take 𝐒𝐭𝐫. So either or, all right? I've been taking this 𝐒𝐭𝐫 for the last 8 years because they didn't remove the tumor in my bone. Okay? So when I start Enagic, that's one of my problems. The tumor is in my bone already. So I thank God I have this water ionizer, I have the shower, and I have the turmeric. So it's a complete package for my health. Okay. Now, we have all these different ionizer machine. The difference is the more titanium plates on the machine, the higher of the antioxidant. So this is not an alkaline water like everybody thinks it's alkaline. Okay? The reason why Kangen is different is because of the antioxidant, not the alkalinization, but the antioxidant that penetrate the cells because it's microclustered. Okay? Now, it's a gold seal. We're the only company that has given this gold seal by the WQA of the United States Because if you bring product from another country and bring it to the US, you cannot just sell it just like that. You're going to end up in jail. Okay? You have to prove that your product is really, really reliable. That's why our company gives away free water to try, free. We don't sell the unit. I've been here for 12 years. I never ask people to buy. I ask them to drink because our company is a proven product. We are a driven product. Okay? Also, this ionizer machine, it makes 7 types of water, and there's 100 uses of this water. And you can Google that on YouTube, you know, for every, because our body is what? 60% water. So if you have problem with your eye, there's the water, there's this machine that produces the water for that, you know, for your eyes. Okay? So you can Google that. I believe this is the 3 unique properties of Kangen water. Like I said, the antioxidant. Can we stop aging? No, right? Because it's in the air. Okay. But we can slow it down or we can speed it up. So Enagic made a product to treat the root cause by drinking the water with antioxidant to improve our immune system. Also, this water is a microclustered. It's about 5 to 6 clustered of water that can penetrate our cells. Because from here, actually from here to there, the cluster is about 15 to 20 molecules. It's big. How many of you, when you drink plastic bottled water, you can feel it in your stomach? You feel bloated, right? Okay, and when you drink water, you can't run because it's in your stomach. You're going to get stomachache. Have you ever drank a glass of Kangen water and you're going to say, where is that? I can't feel it. And sometimes when you give away 9.5, if the person has too many toxin in the body, they can feel it in their brain. They think they have a headache. But it's not a headache, it's a head rush. Because the water is so tiny, the minute you drink it, it penetrates the cells and it travels to your brain. You know? That's why people drink this water. When their brain is well hydrated, it produces melatonin, and melatonin helps you sleep. Right? How many of you, because of the water, it helped you with your sleeping? See? Okay. Some of you that you didn't raise your hands, you might want to drink more. Okay. The next one is the alkalinization. What is alkalinization? Okay. Our blood pH is supposed to be 7.35. Okay. Our body is producing acid. You know when you're upset, you're producing acid? Most of the food that we're eating is acidic. And then you drink it with acid. So how can you maintain your blood pH to 7.35 if all you do is loading yourself with acid? That's why we have the solution. Okay? So let me explain to you in detail. Okay, like I said, the #1 properties of Kangen water is the antioxidant. Again, this is not an alkaline. This is not a filtration. It's Kangen. What is the meaning of Kangen? Back to origin. And we will treat the root cause, okay? The acidity, okay? Now, the reason why we cannot stop aging is because it's in the air. You know when you cut apple, banana, avocado, leave it on the table, when you come back, what does it look like? Brown, okay? So you can stop that. You know when you eat a lot of food with preservative, put it in a microwave, which is radiation, you eat it and drink it with soda, and then you don't sleep, what do you think is happening in your body? Oxidation, okay? So now, because oxidation plus living tissue equals aging, okay? Let me show you that this water has high in antioxidant. This is an ORP meter. It's an oxidation reduction potential. If I put this in any water, it's going to measure either it's speeding up your aging, high in a positive number, or negative, which is slowing down the aging. Okay? So I call it dead water versus living water. Let me call Jacob. You ready? Can you help me with my meter? Come on, Jacob. Jacob, over here, Jacob. I believe this is going to be the next Geo. All right, here, over here. So like I said, Jacob, you're going to read this number. Can you tell me the upper number? Is there a negative or positive?
Positive.
Positive. What's the number?
Positive 160 and climbing.
Positive 160 and climbing. This is product of Costco. Okay, Costco water. Now this is Dasani, product of Coca-Cola. Tell me the number.
189.
Positive 189. Okay. What about Smart Water?
206, 212.
Okay,
214.
so it's positive. It's
Positive.
dead water.
Positive.
Okay. What about this Alkaline?
Positive 187.
So it's positive. This is alkaline water made out of baking soda, so it's chemically changed. Okay? This is chemically changed. Our water is electrically charged. Okay. What about this water that we give to our children when they're sick, Pedialyte?
380, positive 380. Wow.
Positive 380. So if you guys have kids, don't give Pedialyte, okay? There's another alternative. What about Perrier, Pellegrino, sparkling water?
400, positive.
Positive 400, okay? So it's double dead. What about Gatorade?
Positive 500.
Positive 500, Gatorade. Wow. Do you think the athletes drink this? I don't think so, okay? What about this soda?
Positive 500.
Positive 500, okay.
49.
Some of you have 2 soda before you came here. Congratulations. You'll win the race, okay? What about tap water here in Torrance?
About 547, positive.
Positive 547, all right. What about Kangen water?
Negative 722.
Thank you very much, Jacob. Okay. I know most of you, you don't know this meter, but I believe you guys drink vitamin C. Am I correct? Don't you guys drink vitamin C? Okay, let's do this. I have 2 cups here. We're gonna try Smart Water. Okay, remember this is positive 300, right? Okay, we're gonna put it there. Okay, the highest oxidation liquid we have found is betadine. Where do you think they use the betadine? Hospital, okay, to kill bacteria, right? Okay, put this here. Now, like I said, this is the highest oxidation liquid we have found, and I'm just gonna put maybe a drop like that, make it even. Okay, if your body is drinking bottled water, let's see if it has the ability to fight the oxidation. No? What about if your body is drinking Kangen water, free radical comes, it has the ability to fight the oxidation. Because if you guys are buying bottled water, I can assure you, when you're sick, your doctor say, buy vitamin C to help your immune system stronger. Am I correct? Okay. I don't care either if you take 500 milligrams of this vitamin C, our body will only take 120. And the rest, we're just going to release it from our system. Okay? So let's take vitamin C, just 1. Hey, it's true. But is your body made out of tablets? Can you drink vitamin C after 6 hours? No. But you can always drink Kangen water, right? Whenever you're thirsty. So, how many of you, because of this water, you haven't seen your doctor in a while? Me. Okay. Next. Is microcluster. Okay. How come when you get sick, you go to the emergency, how come they put IV? Because they know you're dehydrated. The #1 problem here in the US is dehydration. You want to know why? Because of Starbucks, because of boba, Because of what? Sparkling water, because of wine, alcohol. Am I correct? Come on, I don't think you... That's why when you go to the hospital, they put IB because you're dehydrated. Next, what do? They drew blood. Especially if you have fever, that means you have sepsis. They want to know if your blood pH is going below 7.35. Because if your blood pH is going below 7.35, be careful because your internal organs is going to shut down one by one. That's why they're going to put an IB made out of what? Sodium bicarb to boost up your blood pH. All right? And by the way, don't think that when you drink this, it's going to hydrate your body faster. Like I said, from here is about 15 to 20 molecules. The cluster is big. So let me show you how most of you, because of this water, it will give you more energy. How many of you, because of this water, gives you more energy? Okay, and it helps you sleeping, right? Okay, let's pretend this is our blood cells. We're going to make tea. And when we make tea, this is Yamamoto green tea. When we make tea, what do we need to do? We need to boil the water. Because if you don't boil the water, you can't penetrate the tea bag because the cluster is big. Okay? So let's pretend this is our blood cells. Because our blood cells is small. And that small blood cells, in between there's a hole called aquaporin. Aquaporin. Okay? So let's make Kirkland. Let's drink Kirkland. Did it penetrate the tea bag? No. Okay, let's drink Kangen then. Do you see that? So which water do you think that can penetrate my cells faster? Kangen water. Okay, now, how many of you, because of this water, like I said, it helps you with your sleeping? So let's pretend this is the blood flow from your body or the expensive supplement that you guys buy or the blood flow from our brain, okay? So let's drink the Sunny. Did it enhance the blood flow in my body? No. Okay, what about smart water? Let's see how smart this water. Nothing, right? So what about Kangen water? Hello? Okay. And by the way, when you buy your bottled water, according from this book, it's about 3 to 6 months. Okay? So not only it's not hydrating your body, it also have the plastic leaching in there. And you pay for this for the rest of your life. And it's not tax deductible. This is tax deductible. It'll give you fresh water. And it also is going to help you when you help people improve their health, each family. It also gives you that referral check that will change your lifestyle. It happened to me. It happened to so many of you guys. Okay? So, not only this water that will hydrate your body faster in a cellular level, you know, and also it has antioxidant to help your immune system. This one is gonna freak you out because every time I do this, I can't believe, you know, but you know what? 6 months on the water, my doctor said you don't need your anti-seizure medicine. Wow. Okay, like I said, I'm not doing any medical claim here. I'm just showing you. So our body, look at that, 60% of water. Look at the brain. Brain has 73% of water. Our heart has 73% of water. Okay, when your heart stops at the hospital, what do? The electric shock to revive us, right? Because our heart is 1.33 voltage of electricity. When you complain of dizziness or you got in a car accident, you bump your head, what does the doctor order? EEG, MRI, because our brain has what? 20 voltage of electricity. Since our body is made out of water, so let's see if this think will charge our body? Did it charge our body? Our brain, our heart? No? What about Kangen water? What about Dasani? Even dead water. Why do you think Kangen water charge our brain and our heart? Because water with good mineral is a good conductor of electricity. Why do you think our doctor likes us to eat food and vegetable that has a lot of minerals? Avocado have minerals. What about lemon? Vitamin C. What about these eggs?
Oh, wow.
So, only Kangen water can charge your brain and your heart. Okay? Next. All right. Next. Like I said, alkaline promotes health, acidic promotes sickness. When the baby's born, pure alkaline because of that mother's amniotic fluid. That's why children, 2, 3 years old, they're full of energy. When they get sick, they heal very fast. When an older person, when they get sick, they heal very slow. Do you want to know when you're aging too fast? You want to know? It's when you start sleeping, other parts of your body is not with you anymore. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you start sleeping, you're going to remove your eyeglasses, remove your hearing aid, remove your dentures, remove your toupee. That means you're aging faster. Don't you want that everything's intact when you go to bed? So just in case the Lord will take you, everything's with you? All right. Let me, like I said, by nature, our stomach is acidic, okay? It has to. And when we're upset, we're producing acid, okay? And most of the food that we eat is acidic, like burger, pizza, okay? And then you start drinking this water that's also acidic. So, how can you maintain your blood pH to 7.35 if all you do is loading yourself with acid? Unless you're in pure broccoli diet. Broccoli breakfast, broccoli shake, broccoli gum, broccoli snack. And when you walk next to your wife or husband, go, what the hell is that smell? Right? And do you want to know if your body's acidic? You know, when you urinate, it's orange. And when it's like amber color, you should call your doctor. Maybe there's something wrong with your kidney, right? Okay, so look at this. And by the way, I was telling you that this one is made out of chemicals, okay? So I can show you that my internal organs there is acidic by blowing my air waste here. So don't waste your money buying this. And by the way, when your doctor said do not drink alkaline, it's bad for you, they're talking about this. This is baking soda. Okay? So if you want to save money, what you do, if you still want to drink this, save money, buy this, put baking soda, and then drink it. There. I'm just teaching you how to save money. Okay? So, look at Kangen water. Why do you think it didn't change? Because it's natural. Ladies, do you want a fake Louis Vuitton or original Louis Vuitton? Of course you want the original, right? They're the best. So, That's why if your body is acidic, every book says it's bad for you. Okay, cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure. Then you start drinking this water, your body become alkaline. Okay. Boy, look at this. Every time you give this to your grandchildren, to your children, you're killing them. You're not helping them heal. Oops. Oops. It's knucklehead. Well, at least you're speeding your aging with class. You know. What about Gatorade? Soda. Okay. So, you see that? Not only the water has antioxidant to slow down the aging process, right? And it's microcluster that penetrate your cells, that charges your brain and your heart, and it moves your body into alkaline side when there's no human disease growing in an alkaline environment. So what water you guys are going to put in your body now? There's no other option but Kangen. Okay? According from Dr. Oz, when you drink 2 bottles soda a week, you're increasing yourself by 86% of getting pancreatic cancer. This is from Dr. Oz, not from me, okay? By the way, if you drink soda, a glass of soda, it'll take 4 gallons of Kangen water before you can neutralize it to your body. Okay? So if you want to do this business, if you want to share this, do not just come involved in Enagic, just make money and not drink the water. It's not going to help us all. Okay? Make sure you drink Kangen, you drink more. And also, try to change your lifestyle as well. Okay? Because every time, let's say your body's alkaline, every book says it's healthy. And you say, I miss my 7-Up. Basically, you're telling yourself, I do not want cancer in 5 years, maybe next year. I don't want diabetes in 5 years, maybe in 2 years. You see that? See that? Bad, 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 bad. Okay. Now, I'm just going to show you another water that this machine produces. Is the 11.5. This is the one that Daniel's saying about, out-clean any chemical cleaning material that you can use in your kitchen. This is like a degreaser. It's 11.5. It's strong Kangen. And if you know anyone that has hangover, you can give some of this. Hangover is gone. And when you make ice out of 11.5, be careful, right, Bob? It's going to double the effect of the alcohol. Okay? Well, you can save money by just giving them little alcohol, Dr. Dave, right? Okay. So, this is tap water. It's been soaking for a while. This is the 11.5. Can you see the difference? Okay. What's that? That's pesticide, insecticide, germicide. And if you consume too many pesticides, it's going to harm your brain. Like dementia, Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's. And for the gentlemen, you might need the blue pills if you keep taking that. Okay? So, look at the 2.5 that can kill bacteria. Another water that this machine produces. Right there. 99.9 of any salmonella, MRSA, because I have the lab place where they tested the water. Because documentation beats conversation, okay? I always want to back up with this thing. And also the beauty water, right here. It's the best water, like toner, that you can have. By the way, for the new people, how many are brand new here? Okay, tell me what it smells like. Okay. What do you think?
Did you let Gail smell it?
Like chlorine, right? Who? Smells like who? Okay. Did you know that, yeah, it smells like bleach and strong, you know, it's strong bleach to kill bacteria. Did you know that if you know anyone with eczema, psoriasis, pimples, have you ever smelled this, sir? No? Okay. Smell it. What it smells like? Like bleach. Okay. When you put this 2.5 in a glass container, smell this. A lot stronger? Yeah. It smells like what? Bleach. It smells like something. Okay. Okay. It smells like bleach, right? Let me show you what you can do with your bleach. Can you do that with your Lysol? Can you do this with your bleach? No, right? Why I can do this? Because all it is water. If you know anyone with psoriasis, eczema, pimples, try it. See what happens. Or just in case, if you have a sore throat, you know, you can gargle with this, and it's very safe. All it is just water. Okay. All right. I think I'm done. I'm going to give it to Kuya Daniel.
Thank you. By the way, the units, you're going to see the new prices today. When I first got involved with this, this was $4,000, this was $5,000. That freaked me out, just so you know. When I said, how much is it? They said, $4,000, $5,000. And I said, what are you, nuts? I don't care if it vacuums my floor and makes ice cream. All right? I'm not going to spend $5,000, but I'm a very good consumer. I thought I was buying Fiji and Dasani. They run about $1 a bottle. If you amortize the price of this to how long it lasts, this unit runs you about 90 cents a day. For all the water, unlimited alkaline, all the other waters, it's all free, 90 cents a day. This was about $1. We were spending $5 a day already. I was already paying for it. So I'm just going to let you know, whether you get it or not, if you're buying bottled water, you're paying for it. You're paying for it and never own it. Now, how much are the bottled waters today? Have you seen them? I mean, that's crazy. Here, let me show you something. I went to the market and I borrowed these things. No, check this out. No, real. Look at this. Essential water. $9.99. And that's if you're, look at this. On sale. This one is antioxidant water. This one is Dasani, $6.99. I mean, it's unbelievable. Look at this. $5.99 for a six-pack. That's if you're a club member. I got them from the shelf. Don't worry, I'll return them. Unbelievable prices. So if you're buying bottled water, you're already paying for it. Okay? These are our products. The SD50, the Junior, the SD501. This is the one I recommend right there. Now, some people like that because they have one of those kitchens that have all that color on it. These are our products. I'm going to go, you can go over them later. We even have units for commercial, for under the counter. I mean, and this one was introduced in Asia. We don't have this in the United States yet, but it is coming. Okay? These are the new products of Enagic. The M-Guard, which gets rid of all the radiation in the place. And this one was introduced in Okinawa. This is the, Tony, you bought some of this, didn't you? You bought some too? You bought some too? Do you have an extra one? I know. I should have said yeah. I wasn't thinking. But this is the newest Enagic product, which is coming into the United States. But The products here, they're not only new, highly desirable, and they're trend products. They're products that everybody's going to have. Now, as far as the need and the marketplace, you have to have these when you're looking at something, okay? Check out the need. Because we always talk about the marketplace. Is there a need for that? Ever since I've been using this product, I have not thrown away any bottled waters. Think about that. I used to throw 5 of these a day and be part of the problem. The need. All you have to do is Google it. Google plastic bottles in the plastic bottle island. It's a whole island like the Caribbean that are all made of that. See? I used to contribute to that stuff. I used to be part of the problem. Okay? Instead of being part of the solution. It's crazy. It's in 3,000 landfills. I know a lot of the distributors have never seen this. Okay? Look at that. It's everywhere. More than 1 million bottles of water are sold every minute. Wow. Every minute. 1.3 billion bottles every day around the world. 80% end up in landfills, and they never go away. Wow. It's great for our kids. Let them handle it. Right? Is the need there? No question. How about the marketplace? It's the #1 selling beverage. You can Google it. #1 selling beverage. Bottled water. Even today, still bottled water. #1. And you can tell in a market where they make them, that there's so much money in this. Let me give you something. When you go into a market, you can always tell where they make the most money. Where does market make the most money? Like Albertsons or Pavilions or Ralph's. Go inside and look at what product they give the most real estate to. Liquor. Right? Lots of money. Right? Look at all the places where they make money. Meat section. Woo. Right? Fruits. Woo. Look at the bottled water section. It's 2 aisles. That's how big the money is in bottled water. It's unbelievable. Do you remember the COVID? That's what happened. Wow. And I show this because while everybody was in line for water, while everybody was complaining, how about the people in this room that had a unit? Did you have any problem? None. 0. While the whole world is going through that, we are throwing ours away because it's 1 day old. Also, it's a booming business, according to Bloomberg, the Alkaline. Look at all the companies that are getting involved in it. It's huge. The marketplace is unlimited. Anyone who drinks water, pets. I mean, I have 2 dogs. My friends were over at my house today. They know. One is 14, almost 14 years old. He chases squirrels, climbs up, 14 years old. When I bring him to the park, you should see all the other 13, 14-year-old dogs there. They're all in wheelchairs and walkers. You know what I mean. You love your pet? Give him Kangen water. Unbelievable. You know already, okay? Young people, old people, commercial, restaurants. This is a product you don't have to look for a young person or old person, a thin person, a fat person, a tall. No. Everybody drinks water, and most people pay for it. The marketplace, worldwide, endless, unlimited. This is why I got involved in the business, right here. The money. We make money in 3 places. Commissions, overrides, and bonuses. Okay? Commissions by sharing the product. You earn commissions through personal sales. Overrides by sharing the opportunity, and you start getting group production overrides. And then rank advances. That's the only 3 main avenues of income in our business, right there. Okay? And all of this leads to what you're looking for. Financial freedom, money and freedom. Money in having the kids with you. Money in the beach. Money in Italy. Money in... See, what stops you... U.S. is a great place to live in. But it sucks if you don't have money. I know that. We'll edit that. But, you know, it's the truth. Okay? So, this is not a multi-level business. When I first saw this, I thought it was some kind of a rinky-dink, door-to-door, illegal, multi-level, you know, last business you get in, pyramid, right? Last business you get into before you commit suicide kind of thing. That's what I thought this was. I thought it was one of those, an Amway, a prepaid legal, NSA, Juice Plus, Mary Kay. There, they're all there, every one of them. Take a look at the business model of Enagic. It is completely different. So when somebody says it's this, no, but they use some of the MLM things to grow and to recruit. But look at the two. This is not one of these pyramid type programs. Okay? This is a real business for real business people like me. Okay? And it is completely patented, the marketing. No other company can have that marketing plan. There are no gimmicks in the business. There's no sign-up fee, no annual, none of this. And the best part is it pays daily, every single day. For all the distributors that are in this room, when you get home, where's the first place you look? The mailbox. Mailbox, me too. Why? Because these things are in it. We're not supposed to show you checks. So I'm going to show you the envelopes. When I come home, sometimes there's 2, right? Sometimes there's 10, sometimes there's 40, sometimes there's none. And you go, oh shit, got to edit that too, okay? Right? You go, but every day there's a chance to have a check. And I'm not talking a small check. Every day you have a chance to go to the mailbox and have more money than everybody out there makes in a month. That's what this is about, creating, okay? There's the Level Up SD501. It runs 4380. These used to run 39. For 17 years in the advisory meetings, we've been telling Mr. Oshiro to raise the price because of all other pieces. He didn't raise the price. 20 years. Can you imagine that? It finally went up. It just barely went up, like 10%. Okay? This runs 4380. They run an 8-point system. Each point is $290. This is how you get to the $290. They pay 8 of this out of there to the field. That's how we make money. Now, the K8, the one I recommend, this one right here, this one runs 5480 right here. Okay? They pay 8 points on this. Each point is $350. They pay 8 of this out of there to the field. Now, people who don't understand marketing, they say, wait a minute, that's how come it costs so much, because they're paying this to the field, they're marking it up. They haven't watched Shark Tank. When they say, how much is your landing cost? How much do you sell it out? It's normally 4 to 10 to 1. Why? Because when a manufacturer, which is what we are, make a product, you have to go through all of this and all of this to hit the consumer. You have reps, jobbers, wholesalers, retailers. You got percentage, corporate. You have overheads, you know, offices. You got to pay Tiger Woods. You got to pay Shaq in advertising before it gets there. That's where all the money goes to. Enagic system is completely different. We are the manufacturer. We are Toyota. We are the main, and we deal with independent distributors only. All of the jobbers, wholesalers' money, all of that go to these people right here before it hits the consumer. That's why there are people in this room that I'm looking at that makes ridiculous money because of the product, the program, and the timing. Okay? Here's the marketing plan. Let's say you decide to become a distributor. You need a K8. That's the only thing. Well, I can't afford one. Well, put it on your card. Well, I don't have a card. Go get somebody else's card, okay? Well, I don't have credit. Finance it here. Enagic has no credit turndown. Well, wait a minute. My credit score is 38. They'll finance you on the other side of this wall. They've never turned credit down in 50 years. That's how strong the company is. They want everybody to have this unit. There's a small down payment. They finance almost all of it. Okay? What happens here? How do you make money? Here. When you sell your first unit, you make 1 point. $350. Remember that. When you sell your second unit, you make 1 point. $350. I'll talk about this later. When you sell your third unit, you make 2 points. Now you're making $700 a sale. That's almost from $700 on one sale. Imagine that. And then when your group gets 10, now you make 3 points. And you never go backwards. I mean, it's so awesome. Now, how do you sell the units? When I got into this business, that guy Romy, I said, Romy, okay, you made this much this month. It was a lot, by the way. Okay, 6-figure in a month. And I said, what do you do? Oh, you buy a machine. I said, how much is it? He said, $5,000. And in my mind, I go, okay, what do you do next? He goes, you give away water. To who? I went, to who? He goes, don't you know anybody who drinks water? That was Romy, the #1 earner in the company, one of the top 2. He goes, don't you know anybody who drinks water? He goes, make a list. If they drink water, keep. If they don't drink water, erase their name. Go to their place, tell them you got into a business, you don't want them to buy anything, you just want an opinion on this water. I'm going to give you water for free. Best water in the world. They buy it anyway, they're going to take it because it's free. The word free, don't forget. I said, okay, what do you do next? He goes, you bring them to a meeting so they can see. I go, next? He goes, you keep giving them water. I go, next? I go, Romy, when do you ask them to buy? He goes, they'll call you. I've been in sales all my life. They don't call you. I've been in this program 17 years. I've never asked anyone to buy. I give them water. If they want it, they tell me. If they don't want it, I leave them alone. It's the best type of selling because they're trying it, right? They don't have to buy anything, but when they try it for a week, 2 weeks, they're going to buy the machine. It's unbelievable, okay? And that's how I did the business. Okay, here you make your commissions. The dots down here are overrides. Let's say you're here. Let's just say you're a 3A. Okay? Are there any 3As or above in the room? Raise up your hand. 3As or above. Okay. Let's say you're a 3-point agent. And let's say you had 10 sales. Let me go backwards. Okay. Now you got 10 sales. All right, let's say. And you sell your next sale. Bob, friend of yours, says, hey, I like this unit. I'll buy it. You make $1,000. And Bob says, hey, I want to do this business, man. I think I can do this. And he sells 1, 2, 3. Let's say he sold 4 of them. He'll make $350, $350, $700, and $700. You, because he's your recruit, on his 4 sales, he's here, you'll make $1,050, $1,050, $1,050, and $1,050. Amazing. You make $1,050 to $350 here on all the sales in this 7-Eleven. Once you get 10, 20 sales in your group, let's say you only got 4, but below you there's 16. Now you're a 4-point agent. You make $1,004 every time you sell one of those. Think about how long it takes you to make $1,400. Here you give water to somebody, They decide to buy, you make 1 for, and they love you forever for giving them that water. Now, let's say this guy decides to do the business and sells 10 of them. You'll make 1,410 times, even if you weren't there. Wow. Yeah, I know. Here, once you get 50 sales, you get 5-point agent. You make 1,750. Let me tell you what happened to me. This is a true story. I was giving a guy water for 7 months. I think he was throwing it away, but he was just taking it from me for respect, I think. But 7 months later, he decided to go into the business. He goes, hey, I want to buy one of these machines. Look how much I made. Isn't that good already? That's not the money. He decided to do the business. On his first 3 sales, he made $350, $350, and $700. I made $1,750, $1,750, and $1,750. I believe he has 14,000 sales now. That one guy. Any 5As in the room? No? Yeah? Well, let's go. I see them. Okay, we'll go one more. One, you get 100 in your group. 100. And you don't have to sell 100 by yourself. Nobody sells 100, okay? You'd have to have an S on your chest and a cape on. Come on. Let's say you sold 7, but below you is 93. That's 100. You've gone to the top of the program. You're a 6-point agent. You make 2,100 every time you sell a unit. And it's a product that everybody's going to buy. That's the next microwave oven. Okay? Check it out. $2,100 a sale. And $2,100 an override. Wow. And by the way, once you hit 5A, you never go back. You can be here, you can leave for whatever, come back, and you're still a 5A. You never lose your position. It's great. But once you become a 6A, every lane you open is a $2,000 override lane. Every lane. Yeah, it's killer. And you can go as far as you want. As many as you want. Do you know anybody in Texas? Do you know anybody in New York, Philippines, Dubai, Australia, anywhere? Do you know anyone that drinks water and wants to earn money? Once you become a 6A, a career path goes in front of you. First of all, you get $3,000 as soon as you reach that. One check. And then you're part of all the incentives. Once you develop 2 6As, you get $6,000. And you're part of a group programs. 12,000 is the next position. 6A2-3, you get 25,000, and you get 5,000 a month. On top of all of your money, that you earn here, when you hit 6A2-3, on top of all the money, they give you 5,000 a month. It's the first thing you see when you get your report. How long do they give you that for? For as long as you're with Enagic, and as long as you're doing the production. Unbelievable. -4, you get 50,000. You get 10,000 a month. My daughter is almost there. -5, 100,000. Plus now you get 15,000 a month. On top of all of the money you get every day, you're going to get 15,000 a month on top of 180 a year. That's the career path. Do we have any of these people?
Yes. 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 Wow.
That's how many people are succeeding. As far as the compensation plan, innovative, patented, rewarding, proven. thousands of people are making money. Okay? But the most important part of any business, of anything, is timing. It's the most important thing of getting married. You know when you, anybody here married? You know when you, anybody here married with somebody, with their wife with them? No? Yeah? Okay, here, your wife's with you here? Okay. When you met your wife, the day you met your wife, if you would have turned left instead of right, you'd be sleeping next to a different face tonight. Timing. That's the most important thing in everything. Let me show you the timing in our business. These are the 4 areas of a successful direct sales company. It explodes at 3%. I've been consulting for companies, and I know some of the top earners of a lot of the major companies up there. Let me show you the numbers. 2,500 sales in this company so far. North America sales, 1 million of that 2,005. Look at the world population and North America. As a matter of fact, U.S. population is 333 million. U.S. households. Households is where you can put a refrigerator, a microwave, a computer, an internet, a television in. Look at the percentage that owns these products, because that is a trend product. Probably 70, 80, or 90% of the population will own. They're not going to keep throwing plastic bottles away. Look at that. Global. 2.3 billion household, 2.5 million sales. Enagic has less than 1% market penetration on a product everybody's going to get because of the problem you just saw. The timing, are you kidding me? We're here right now. We're about to hit 3%. I think I told Mr. Oshiro, I think 2026 is when this company will hit 3%. That's when the business will really explode. They're showing it now in Okinawa. They're starting to flex their muscles of what this industry is about. So your timing, incredible. And on top of that, there's a paradigm shift happening. So you know that's a true statement. What is a paradigm shift? It's changes in the marketplace. What happened to Thomas Brothers map when GPS came out? You have to be my age to remember that. Look what happened to pagers of phone booths when cell phones came out. Took them out of business. Look what happened to the taxi cab industry. Did you know that they lost 70% when these 2 guys came out? 70%. Look what happened to the retail. They're all going because of this guy, Amazon. I mean, a paradigm shift is a shift in consumer habits. Okay? They go from movie theater to streaming. They go from hotel to Airbnb. You want me to show you a couple of paradigm shifts happening? You don't know it because it's happening under your feet. The public never knows it until it happens. There'll be a time when a generation, they won't know that gas-powered automobile existed. It's coming. Look what's happening to face-to-face to social media. Look what's happening from the workforce to AI. These are paradigm shifts. I've been doing this all my life. There's no question that's happening. No question. It's all moving here, right there. As far as the timing, this is the best one I've seen as far as timing. Less than 1% of the people out there have a cell phone. It's 1976. Nobody has one of these, and I'm trying to tell you, everybody's going to get one. It's 1958. Nobody has a microwave oven. Right now it's radar ranges. I'm telling you, everybody's going to get one. Everybody's getting your timing. So, advantages of an independent distributor. No risk. Product ownership. I mean, you should get one anyway. Okay? No rent, no nothing. And this is starting a multi-million-dollar business for yourself. There's no setup time, okay? Today, you don't have to have this, DBA, that. No. You can start today. You can sell one tomorrow and get paid this week. That's how fast it is, by the way. Return on investment, immediately. On a normal business, it takes you 2 years. When I told Romy, I said, you earned this much? I go, how much did you start your business? He said, $5,000. I said, $5,000 to start a business? Anybody here ever start a real business? The sign outside costs $5,000. The furniture in the lobby costs $5,000. Return on investment immediately. You know, you can be like Bobby. He made $300 his first 8 months. You can be like me, make a lot. Okay? Training. These are the top trainers are in here. I mean, these are the top, the people that do presentations. Can you please stand up? Like I just did, the ones that do prezos. Look at that. These guys do presentations in front of people just like this. Okay? All right, thank you. Oh, before I get here, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And you have a phenomenal support system. As a matter of fact, whoever brought you, whoever brings you in, is going to try to get you 10 sales. They want it more than you. Why? Take a look at the overrides. They're going to help you. So, somebody said to me, because I was driving all the way up to Glendale every day, and pretty soon that guy up there was producing 1,000 sales a month. I was freaking out. And they were wondering why I was driving there, right? Because I'm in Newport Beach. 1,000 sales a month, I would moonwalk to Glendale. Yeah. Gee. Now, there are only two, this meeting is going to end in 5 minutes or less. Most people don't get the unit for only 2 reasons. There's only 2 reasons why people don't get this. One, they don't know about it. They don't know the benefits. They don't know what it'll do for their health. 2, money. They know about it, just like you, but it's a lot of money. Let me show you the Enagic referral program. Let me ask you something if you're brand new. If it wasn't for the money, is that something you'd put in your place? Yes or no? Yes. I want to show you the Enagic referral program. It's called Find 3 Who Will Get 3 and Yours is Free. Listen to me if you're brand new, whether you're here live or looking at this on video. Find 3 who will get 3 and your unit is free. Here. Find 3. Here's you. Find 3 people. You give them water. You tell them, you know. You probably know 3 people already without even doing anything. But go get 3 people who will get 3. Your sponsor will help you. And look at what you earn. Just by doing that little thing right there. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? In conclusion, it's really good. It's a for real program. Because there's so many programs, it's not, this is for real. Don't miss this one out. And if you don't succeed your first time, keep moving, keep going. I mentored one guy, it took him a year to get his first sale. One sale. He's one of the top distributors. He moved into my neighborhood. You got to have money to move in there, okay? That's how good this was, all right? I mean, it's awesome. So here's your next move. Go back to the person who invited you. If the person who invited you is not in this room, that's the first person you need to talk to. If you're watching this on YouTube, you need to go back to the person who sent you. If possible, try the water. see a live demo or online. Become a distributor. Go get a unit. Get trained. Set your targets. Get connected to the meetings. Take immediate action. And find 3 who will get 3. And get that out of the way. Okay? You should do that in your first 90 days. Get through it. Or at least try. Okay? After the meeting is over, please listen. I'm only talking to the new people in the room or people watching this. Go to the person who invited you, and you're going to tell them one of 3 things only. One of 3 things only. I'm a number 1, I'm number 2, or I'm number 3. That's it. It's like you're like ordering. Number 1, 2, 3. Order number 1 means thanks, but no thanks. It's not for me. Listen, there's no such thing as something for everybody. So if it's not for you, thanks for coming down, spending time. Okay? I hope you find something. All right? Try to drink the water, though. If you say I'm number 2, that means I'm interested. I just have a few questions. I want to try the water. How much is the down payment? When can they install it? How much is the money? In other words, you're very interested, but you have questions. If you say I'm number 3, how do I get this unit today? I want this right now. Okay? We hope you're number 3 because this is what we do. We're building this. And if you are number 3, get going. Find 3 who'll get 3. Okay? And start your career. And you have the second half of this year still, there's still a lot of time left to have a phenomenal year. So again, 1, 2, or 3. Our meeting has just ended. Yours has just began. Thank you very much.